this is Steph with Dotting with Dragons. Welcome in if you're new here, and welcome back if you're returning. Today I'm going to go through a couple packages from Munimade, which is one of my favorite small shops. So Munimade does canvases as well as a lot of 3D printed tray items. So I've got a couple of canvases here, and I also have a 3D printed tray customs order that I'm excited to share with you today. So I think first what we're going to do is we're going to get into the custom trays. So how this works is you get on a waiting list on their website, and I'll have a link to that in the sidebar. And what happens is so you get on the waiting list, put your name on, and you wait. And you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and then eventually it'll be your turn, and then she gives you like a month to make an order if you want to, and I think currently the limit is like 5 trays. She's got different filaments available, and there's a spreadsheet on her website you can download with the different colors. I also highly recommend joining her Facebook group because she lists trays. Every once in a while there's trays available there as well. Like I did notice that after my custom order came up here, she had several trays that were available in the same colors that I had done. So I assume that she probably makes extras and then sells the extras as she goes or whatnot. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to get into this. So in here we have, this is a storage container. It's something that Katie from Diamonds and Washi showcased on her channel. Let's see, am I opening this the right way? Nice. Okay, so I don't have one like this. Oops. These are the little, ooh, they're not little. Thought they were smaller than this. This is a nice size. I don't have any of them like this. I have some of the round like art dot ones, but these hold a lot of drills. And as you can see, it's comes with 6 by 9, so that's quite a lot of containers. It comes with some labels you can use. That's just very nice. It'll fit really nice here. So I'm excited to get to work with this. And it's a really pretty design too. She's got a couple designs on her website, so go check that out. Okay, so inside here we have a nice little thank you card. Stephanie, enjoy your new goodies, her socials, her website, and thank you. This is not the first order I've made from her. And in here we have, oh, this looks like our little goodie. This is so much fun. So she includes these little gifts for just for fun. Sometimes they're little stuffies. This one's like a summery thing. I love these little water games or whatever. So my kiddo absolutely is gonna love that. So that'll be fun for him. So I do have, let's see my invoice. In here, yep, so I have the case, I have some stitch markers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trays. Okay, so I also crochet, that's the word I'm thinking of, and so I've been crocheting a lot more recently, and my stitch marker situation is pretty frustrating. So I noticed that she had these stitch markers on her website, and they're really cute. So these are metal, so they'll be easier, and they've got little marks. So what you do is, as you're crocheting, you have to count, and so it's useful to have something like this kind of starting at, okay, this is where your stitch started at, because as you go along and you pull the thread tighter, you can often lose your stitch marker. So that's really cute. I love those little charms, so that'll be really really nice to use. And then let's see, so we've got our 5 trays. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the box, very nice, and sorry about the shaking of the camera, put the box down, and we're going to take a look at the trays. Oh, I love these colors. Okay, so as far as what colors, let's see if I can work out which ones are which. And this is really cute because it's very summery and fun. So Well, how she wraps them all like for presents. Ooh, nice. Okay, so this is the, ooh, very pretty special filament. I love that. Oh my gosh, so these are the newer, ooh, these are the newer trays, design trays. We've got magnets here, and we've got this little part, and I'm not sure if this is different or not, but let's see if I have one as a comparison. Here's one of the older trays she used to have, so no magnets, and then the lid, I just don't have the lid with me, but the lid itself just kind of like, oh, that's a little different. That's bigger. Interesting. So these are both the smaller size trays. Well, duh, it's bigger because it's got this, eh? Ooh, that's nice. Magnets are pretty strong. And then the bottom here just sort of clicks in. So if you were to compare the older, smaller trays with the newer ones, there's that. So I like how there's this little grippy thing. And that's just really nice. I'm a huge fan of magnetic trays. So that'll be cool. And then Munimades on the side. So this one, I believe, is the Mother Earth filament color, because it's the green and the blue, which, oh, that's so cool. I love the differences. So there's that one. Then let's see what this one is going to be. I do have several of her larger trays that came with kits, so if you don't really particularly want to wait on the waiting list, you can also order one of her canvases and ask for an upgraded toolkit, and that'll determine, I think now you can choose the size of the tray that you want and the color perhaps, but it didn't used to be like that. It was like, oh, this kit we're going to give a large tray, and this kit we're going to get a small tray. So that's how I've gotten my other Muni trays. I do have quite a few larger ones, but I do prefer these smaller ones. So this one looks like the Space Nova color. Yeah, this is gonna be Space Nova, so that's pretty cool. And then let's see. Ooh, okay, that's funny. Oh, okay. That filament looks a little, see how that looks different there? It's a very pretty color though. It's almost like a translucent purple blue. Ooh, that's really pretty. It looks a lot more blue on camera, but in person it looks like a very cool, like this looks more blue and then a lot of purple. You can sort of see the filament. Let's see if I can get the light on a little bit more with like the purple and then the blue shift. So this is, I believe this is the Berries Jubilee color. Let me double check that's what that's called. Yeah, Berries Jubilee. So that's what this is. And it just sort of reminded me of like a blueberry situation, which seemed fun. And I haven't seen anybody with this color in particular, so this is pretty cool. This is very smooth, but it looks textured. So that's different. Oh, and then you can see this is the Space Nova, and this is the Berries Jubilee. You see they're both kind of like purpley pink, but this one's more like purple blue, and this one's more just like blue, pink, and sometimes purple. So that's cool. Alright. There's lots of other colors too. There's like color shifting and color changing, and yeah. So there's all sorts of options. You can also just get solid colors. Okay, so this one, ooh, that's a pretty like pink yellow, very summery. I'm gonna love these magnetic, because the other one's like, the other lid, I'll show you in a minute, the other lid sort of like clicks in, and I was always worried I was gonna break it. This is very nice, and my experience with the, oh, I love how the stopper is like very different from the, let's see, yeah, that's cool. Oh, that is so pretty. So this one is, I believe, Strawberry Banana. It's either Strawberry Banana or Summer Sunset. I don't know. Let's see what this one is, and then it'll probably give us a good feel. Okay. Ooh. Very pretty. It's like a lighter pink and yellow. Ooh, I'm guessing this is the Strawberry Banana because it's a lot more yellow. Ooh, look at that. That's really pretty. And just to compare between these two, so I got kind of some colors that are sort of similar, huh? So there's these. So this is definitely the Summer Sunset, and this is a Strawberry Banana. So the Summer Sunset's got more of like a gold yellow to it, and sort of golden and coppery, and of course a more like magenta pink, versus the Strawberry Banana is like a very bright yellow tone with a hint of like a pink, a very light pink on it. So my Strawberry Banana is a little bit more yellow than anything else. But what you do is you kind of get the luck of the draw when it comes to these sorts of tray filaments. So that's what I have for you here. So Summer Sunset, Strawberry Banana, Mother Earth, Supernova, and oops, Berries Jubilee. So those are really pretty. Okay, so next I want to look at the canvases, and honestly, I remember what one of these is. Well, actually, I know what both of them are, but I just don't know which one is in which box. So, and I don't think I got premium toolkits with either of these either. Let me just trash a little bit. Okay, so I love how she wraps and puts the tissues, and it's all very nicely done. Ooh, very heavy. Okay, so this is the little one, Doing My Best. That is adorable. And something else stuck in here. Oh, look! My son calls these rubby guys. They're like rubber stretchy silicone guys, and he absolutely loves these things. So that is perfect. And then I got some washi tape from CuteButWeird. I have other washi tape rolls from her. They're very adorable, as the name suggests. So this one's got like the snowman, and it's called Buzz Flakes. And there's the, ooh, I love these guys. And that was really cute. It came with this. I love how on theme these are. And of course, we've got our thank you card. So a little thank you card from M. And our invoice. So that's pretty cool. And then we'll look at what the other canvas is, and then I'll get the canvases out and show you what they are. So let's see. I'm trying to be careful with this jank knife that I have. I've had this knife since I graduated college. It was like the first knife that we had when we were starting out on our own. So it's like over 20 years, and I've gotten other better knives since, but I've kept this one as like a way to cut things open without ruining my scissors. Okay, so we've got some tissue paper here. Oh, that's right. This one I am super duper excited about. It is Sticky Sweet Honey Shop by Talysketch, and it is a round canvas, and as you can see, oh look, you can see that face. As you can see, it's a bigger canvas than the Doing My Best. So let's see what I got in here. Ooh, okay, my invoice, my thank you. Looks like we got another one of these guys. So maybe my son can give this to a friend. Invoice, a thank you. And I've got something. Yes, okay, I remember these. So Mermaids and Magic was an event that happened in May. and she created these special trays for it. Now throughout the year she will create special like themes, not a ton of event trays, but she will create some special like other trays. There's like a Christmassy one and a pumpkin one for Halloween. So this was really cool. These were for Mermaids and Magic. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. So if you're familiar with this like mermaid filament, it's like this teal purple shift. But she used that in addition to this like white clear like sparkly filament to put that, like if I feel it, let me see if you can tell the difference. Okay, so this is like punched out. This was punched out and then added that filament to the letters to make it sparkle. So that's cool. And I believe these are some of the first trays that she released, correct me if I'm wrong, with this in it, as well as the updated magnets. So yeah, okay, so this is the larger tray, and then this is the smaller tray, which has got the filament color flipped. So that's pretty cool. So this one's mostly teal and purple, and again, as you can see in here, this is sort of like a it's like a shimmery, almost looks like a shimmery purple or pink color. I don't know, but that's really cool. Oh, what is that? Oh no. I was like, why is that? Oh, shoot. Okay, so one of the magnets seems to have dislodged from here, so that'll just take a little bit of glue on my part to stick back in there. Now this is not typical of these trays, I would say, but it was the first run, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's just a little bit of a learning curve. But there's some really, I can just super glue that in. That's not going to bother me. So yeah, okay, so those are really pretty. So yeah, lots of new goodies to play with. Mermaids and Magic. So now what I'm going to do is, oh, and I'll show you, they're the same as the event trays. And in terms of the older Muni, let's see if I can find one. In terms of the older Muni trays, how they compare. Okay, so here's an older one that I have that I got with one of my kits. I put little chalk stickers on there. This is what these ones used to look like. So just like with the yellow one, no magnets, no bottom tape there. You can see the differences here in the new trays versus the older trays, and the stoppers fit. That's kind of nice. Interesting how the lips, you can tell like this part goes up a little higher, but this is still flush. Okay, so it's like they, okay, so the lips are the same, it's just the stopper comes up and fits a little bit tighter in there. That's cool. And then you can see they're both the same size. So unlike the smaller trays, the larger trays, just they they're going to accommodate the same amount of drills. But so that's that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these guys aside and we'll take a look at the canvases. All right, so I think the first one we're going to look at is Doing My Best. So I grabbed this one when it released a few months ago, just because it's really, I think, speaks to where a lot of us are right now. And it's a frog, which I am a bit obsessed with frogs. I have a thing. They're gumpy and cute, and so I love them. But, so anyway, anything with frogs, I'm kind of a sucker for. So, let's see. So it comes in this nice, this is, oh, it was. For a while, these were like elastic. Okay, so you can just leave this It comes with a nice little tag. It tells you what kind of drills. This is a square. It's a 40 by 50 centimeter. Doing My Best by Cute But Weird. So I'll just take that one off. Okay, so Munimade does use poured glue. She also has a really nice canvas type. It's a sort of linty soft backing. I just feel like these feel like kind of like blankets or felt. Oops. So I just kind of roll it backwards to help it lay a little bit more flat. And then what you get is an adorable canvas. Oh my gosh. This one is like, I just need to hang this one. So I can always look at it because we're all just trying to do our best. So we've got our schematic over here with the picture, the original artwork. We've got our color list with symbols and DMC codes, which comes from Cross Stitching and Floss. Here you can see very sticky glue. It's very nice. The drill field is incredibly clear, and this canvas would not take that long at all to work up. I don't see any confetti in here at all. Well, nope, not really. I was gonna say maybe down in here where there's color changes a little bit more often, but not really. There's big sections of color blocking on here. And this is a square canvas, which is, I was really happy about that too, because all the artwork that I tend to really gravitate towards with Munimade, it's like rounds. And I'm not a huge fan of rounds, but I will do them if I love the artwork. So I don't let it stop me, but oh, look at these beautiful, springy, happy colors. And look, you can see there's 1, 2, 3 ABs, and it looks like maybe 1, 2, 3 fairy dust sort of situations in here. Let's see if I can fix the lighting. Oops, you don't want to see that. That kind of helps a little bit more. But yeah, so these are really pretty drills. I did do a one of Pancake's scales. He's shedding his tail right now, so his scales kind of go all over. It's kind of funny. I've done a Munimade canvas before. I did one last year for Drills and Chills. It was one of Femke Deborah's mermaids, and it was a round canvas, but it was beautiful. It was huge, and the drills were so amazing to work with, so highly recommend. Now, I love this. She writes about policies. She writes about her return policies, drills, licensing, rendering, how this works, and then it has some kit features at the bottom. So this is what you should expect to get in here, and then this is just a beautiful thank you note. And here's some of the more examples of the plain colored trays. It'd be so fun to have the rainbow. And if this is your first time painting, I love that. Welcome to the hobby. One of the most relaxing and enjoyable hobbies you will ever try. And it just gives you like a basic step-by-step, like this is how it works. So I just think that's really cool. And then the sticker sheet is really cute. Her stickers are larger and like wider than other companies, but I still find that they're really nice to work with. I will take these and I will put them in my logbook, so I can have all of this there permanently, and I don't like lose a drill container, or you know, I don't have to like, I don't know, if for some reason like a drill popped off and I had already de-kitted or, you know, put all the drills away in storage, it would be easy to find, you know, what to look for and what I need. So, and then I also enjoy how she has these little separate stickers here. So if you just want to put one of these little ones like on your container, you can, because it's just like the symbol. So you could do both. Oops, and now I can't get it back on. So yeah, so this is a really nice situation. I like to cut these and put them in my logbook. So that's a look at Doing My Best by CuteButWeird, and like I said before, I have a washi tape with her designs on it, and she does have other washi tape designs as well as other canvases available. So, and I think that one's currently out of stock. Oops, and so is this one, but do sign up for restock notifications. She is a small business owner, and she is doing her best to try to keep up with demands and things like the current tariff situation in the United States, which is a complete and utter mess and disaster for small businesses. So go check her out to support. So she does get, you know, inventory of canvases are coming in, and so she, yeah, so it's something to keep your eye on and check out if there's something out of stock that you want. And this is what I was talking about earlier. This is like an elastic band situation, which is cool, so I'll keep that. And again, here's the tag. Now this is a round kit. It's a 60 by 74, and so it's a little bit larger. One of my dreams, along with my husband, oh no, the bow came out. Oops. The pretty bow. Oh, cool. Huh. I don't know how to tie bows, so, but that was really cool. So one of my dreams, me and my husband's dream someday, is to own a bee farm, basically. And there's this really cool place nearby us that teaches classes on how to do it, and they do it. It's just, it's one of those things. It's like if we had property, because we rent right now, you know, we're in a condo, and like so many millennials, we're in that situation where home ownership and student loan debt and having a family is like just basically crushing us. Like so many other people and Americans, we are not unique in that at all in our generation. So, but that's not really something that, you know, that's not really something I want to get into, but it is something that we would love to do someday, is to own a bee farm. And my husband's uncle actually owned a bee farm. So, oh my God, this is so cute. Oh my God, it's big, so it's hard to get it in frame. But look, you've got like these jars of honey at the top, and you've got the little honey jars that are bears. And you've got this like little bee, I don't know, is that a lounge fly or something? And like more jars up here. And this is just so cute because the background is even in like the hive, like hexagon shape. So I love that. Oh boy, what was that? Okay, no big deal. It's a tray with a top on. As you can tell, her face is rendered really well. I wonder if she's gonna have like, is this gonna be like a green color? Because it's coming off as like an olive green here, and it's in her eyes. That'd be really pretty. Little honey hive behind her, and her cat is dressed up like a honey, like a bee. That is so cute. And she's handing it something. I'm not sure what she's handing it. And then over here, this to me looks like there's been some debate on this. Okay, so let me know in the comments, what do you think this is? I'm not sure. To me, this looks like if it was a bread of loaf, a loaf of bread, sorry. If this was a loaf of bread, I feel like there'd be a little bit more detail in it. It looks very boxy to me, which, and then this piece definitely looks like it came from this, like maybe it was sliced off. And then this sitting here kind of suggests the same thing. Some people thought it was like bread and butter or bread and honey or something, and she's got like a piece of like honey toast. Let me see if I can grab the larger image, the original image. Yeah, goodness, sorry, my lighting situation's funny. I had a OT lamp, my OT lamp died on me, so I'm waiting for new lighting, but it's hard to tell. Like, what is she, let me see if I can bring you down a little bit. Oop. So what is that? Like, what is she handing to the cat? I love her hair too. But what is that thing on the side? Maybe it is bread. I mean, it kind of looks like it, but I feel like with this level of detail, it would be something else. I don't know. So what do you think? Like, in the comments, like, what is that? I want to find out from the artist what that is. Maybe she's commented on it. Okay. Oh my gosh, you know what? We never even talked about CuteButWeird's color list. So here we have 59 colors, and you can see these are the specials. We have 2 ABs and 1, 2, 3. Those are, I don't know what she calls them, but they are like the fairy dust or the drills with the mica powder on them. The ND, I can't remember what she calls them. Everybody has a different name for them. So then here's our wonderful sticker sheet, and you can see from the color palette, it's going to be this gorgeous sort of like beigey, yada yada. Okay, so here's the, again, that nice sheet that gives you all the details. And while I have you close up here, we'll look at these drills. So again, they are all pre-bagged, so I can see a couple of ABs there. So they are all pre-bagged, they are resin drills, they are nice to work with. I will take them out of their bags to work with because I just work out of trays a lot easier. I'm not going to take them all out, but as you can see, this is very, to me, this screams fall. Like bees, honeycombs, hives, like yes, it's springy, yes, it's summery, but this color palette just says to me like it's fall. Like she's got the harvest, the summer harvest in, she's at the shop, she's, you know, working on it. And that just seems really cool. So that's kind of my, let me zoom you back out here. So sorry about the glare. Like I said, the lighting situation's a little funny for me right now. But this is a nice big canvas. And as you can see, we got our legends on the sides here. And we've got our specials. So this is Sticky Sweet Honey Shop by Talysketch and Munimade. I will put links to these canvases in the description box below, but the rendering looks like it's going to be pretty nice, and this looks like a nice intermediate canvas, and I only say intermediate because of the size. I think a beginner might be a little overwhelmed by this, but there's not a whole lot of confetti and there's tons of color blocking, which just means color blocking, big blocks of color together, and confetti meaning lots of little colors like spread throughout, like in her eyes. Lots of different colors there you'll find. And the plastic sheets are also very nice. I usually section them off with washi and then I'll cut them, so that'll be interesting. Okay, so you see, yep, nice and sticky poured glue canvas. So this is my little spotlight on Munimade. Like I said, I've done a couple other kits from her, and I've used her trays a lot, and I really enjoy them. So if this is the kind of thing that you like to see more of, please consider subscribing. If you want to hear more from me on mostly diamond painting, I'll put the links to these below, and let me know what in the comments, like, what do you think this is? I guess it does kind of look like bread in the original image. These are hand rendered also. So that's a nice fact of these canvases from Munimade. So yeah, so that's it from me on these. Like I said, let me know what you think that mystery item is in the comments below, and are you interested in getting on the waiting list for these trays? I can tell you that's worth the wait. I waited probably, I think I got on this list maybe like 7 months ago or something. It was quite high when I joined, and then when I got back on the list after I bought these, the list was a lot shorter. So because I think what she's trying to do is, it seems like she's getting trays out a lot more frequently. So I would join the Facebook group. The Munimade Facebook group is pretty active, and there's all sorts of cool stuff going on there. So like I said, if you like this video and you want to see more from me, feel free to subscribe. Leave me a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.